Good evening, world. Hey, so I was sitting around thinking tonight while I was doing my push ups and making dinner, and I've been really trying to struggle with the fact that my father left when I was very young, and I turned out exactly how I should have turned out, and but I always felt like I never had him, and I never knew who he was, and he never did this with me, and he never did that with me. And then it came to me tonight as I was sitting here doing my push-ups and praying and contemplating God and all that I see Him in, and how I understand now. It's I remembered who my father was, and he because I stopped looking at it as all the stuff he didn't do with me, and I started looking at and trying to focus on all the stuff that he did with me. And I didn't know what his voice sounded like, and I couldn't even remember what his face looked like. And I was telling this to my mother not too long ago, and then I told her tonight. I was like, I remember what he looks like. I remember what his voice sounds like now. It sounds like mine. And he was tall and lanky, and he had diabetes, was sick, but he never really got the size that I got. But he had curly hair, and when I had hair, when it got longer, it got curly. And he had a real subdued voice. He was always very muscular, but not a bodybuilder. And I remember him because I looked at him differently. And sometimes you got to look at, if you're a non-believer and you don't believe in God, you got to look at God differently. You got to stop looking at everything you think you know about him and really learn what you know about him first. Read the Bible. It's an eye-opener. I've read it before, but I've never read it. But I'm reading it. I'm soaking it up. I'm listening to it. I'm testing about it. And anytime anybody comes at anybody, if I watch it on YouTube, if I hear somebody passing or somebody asks me a question, I immediately go to Jesus, and I look at things now as all the stuff that he has given me, not all the stuff that I haven't earned. And at the end of the day, you can't take any of this with you. The only real truth in life is love. You can take love with you. You can leave love behind. It's passed on through God and passed on through what you've done in your life. And the whole world might not remember you all the time, but God always does. And your family, if you truly loved them and they knew that you would sacrifice anything for them, that you would hurt, that you would suffer, just so they could have a smile or a better day. And we should be doing that for everybody. But I found my father. I have a father. I had a father. I have a father up in heaven. We all do. And just looking at it from another perspective, maybe it might help you relieve some of that off your shoulders and start pushing forward to Jesus. So there's a lot of veterans out there that want to come home. So, hey, that war can't hurt you anymore. It's all in the past. Come home. No longer be a slave to fear. And that goes for a lot of other things too, people. You can come home again. God bless. One love. And stay strong. Jesus is right beside you. Good night.